Good morning. This is your Thursday tidbit of truth, inspiration, motivation, and just a little bit of love from Pulse Reed to you. I am Pulse Reed, one of many prodigal daughters who just decided to come home. Today, in the brief time that we have, I want to talk about character. You know what character is. It's that mental and moral distinction that we have or we lack. Character and who God is. I'm coming from the Leadership Principle Bible, Leadership Principles from God's Word. And we're on week 22. So check this out, you guys. Character and who God is. How important is character to leadership? If a person has impressive skills but a defective character, should we promote or follow the person? If a person has impressive skills but a defective character, should we promote and or follow the person? Let's roll into the Old Testament. Judges 9. I want to do the first 15 verses in your hearing. And I want us to understand, I've documented all over this particular week. Character is formed for Christians by biblical truths that penetrate to the heart, okay, that cause us to wrestle with some things. And we need to understand that we are free from sin, but we're not free from God. Mm, mm. We're free from sin, but we're not free from God. Let's go to Judges 9, because I don't want to be out here too long. Judges 9, the first 15 verses, gives us a rundown of Abimelech. He was malicious. He was a murdering half son that was just really off the hook. And we have some Abimelechs even in the 21st century. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Abimelech, son of Jerubbaal, Baal, went to his mother's brothers in Shechem and said to them and to all his mother's clans, ask all the citizens of Shechem, which is better for you, to have all 70 of Jerubbaal's sons rule over you, or just one man? Remember, I am your flesh and blood. When the brothers repeated all this to the citizens of Shechem, they were inclined to follow Abimelech, for they said, he is our brother. They gave him 70 shekels of silver from the temple of Baal Berith, and Abimelech used it to hire reckless adventurers who became his followers. He went to his father's home in Ophrah, and on one stone he murdered he murdered 70 brothers. 70 brothers. On one stone, he killed them. These were the sons of Jerubbaal, but Jotham, the youngest son of Jerubbaal, escaped by hiding. Then all the citizens of Shechem and Beth Milo gathered beside the great tree at the pillar in Shechem to crown Abimelech king. When Jotham was told about this, he climbed up on the top of Mount Gerizim and shouted to them, listen to me, citizens of Shechem, so that God may listen to you. One day the trees went out to anoint a king for themselves. They said to the olive tree, be our king. I like this, y'all. But the olive tree answered, should I give up my oil by which both gods and men are honored to hold sway over the trees? Next, the tree said to the fig tree, come and be our king. But the fig tree replied, should I give up my fruit, so good and sweet, to hold sway over the trees? Then the tree said to the vine, come and be our king. But the vine answered, should I give up my vine, which cheers both gods and men, to hold sway over the trees? Finally, all the trees said to the thorn bush, listen to this, y'all, come and be our king. The thorn bush said to the trees, if you really want to anoint me king, king over you, come and take refuge in my shade. But if not, then let fire come out of the thorn bush and consume the cedars of Lebanon. Listen to what the thorn bush said. If you really want to anoint me king over you, come and take refuge in my shade. But if not, Then let fire come out of the thorn bush and consume the cedars of Lebanon. That's Judges 9, verses 1 through 15 in your hearing. Now we're talking about character and who God is. See, Jotham used striking imagery as he made his point in this passage about his treacherous brother. Come on, somebody. In America, there's some shocking imagery to make the point about various people. Mm. In this fascinating parable, the trees were looking for leaders. The trees which they selected first were qualified but unwilling. Eventually, they resorted to a thorn bush, a worthless, often parasitic plant. It had nothing to offer and everything to gain by becoming the leader. The thorn bush demanded that all the trees take refuge in its shade, an impossible and absurd demand. If the trees didn't do, or couldn't do, or did not obey the thorn bush threatened to consume them with fire, a threat that all knew to be empty because the tyrannical little weed, hear what I say, couldn't pull it off. The Thornbush's views of leadership was that the leader must be the biggest and the meanest kid on the block. Now, is that really leadership? Absolutely not. Jotham told this fable to Shechem's citizens as a warning. Abimelech possessed some attractive leadership skills. We won't take that from him. But he was a man of weak character. As with the trees of the forest, in a situation in which the able are unwilling, it may be necessary to resort to being led by the willing but unable. Regardless of the skill and willingness level of a potential leader, if he or she is lacking in character, he or she is not able. Character and who God is. This is your girl, Pulse Reed, one of many prodigal daughters. Baby, I just decided to come home. Have a terrific Thursday. I pray that this word ministers to you. And you know what? Be about God's business. And if you're a leader, have some character, please. Peace.